What's up YouTube, Zach here, and today I had a request to do 6 Samurais again, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm kind of doing profile kind of upside down now, like normally I'm behind the camera, now I've decided to go in front of the camera. I don't know if it's going to make a difference, but I guess we will do the deck profile. I don't have a side deck built, but this is just the main deck. Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with it. I'll explain stuff as I go. So we'll start with the monsters. We've got 3 Kizans, that's obvious. We've got 3 Kagemusha. Again, that's pretty obvious. 2 Grandmaster. I chose to run 2 Grandmaster instead of 1, which is, I guess, normal. Just because I'm running a Dojo and 2 Kageki, which you'll see later. And having Grandmaster as a just quick special summon is always good in my opinion. When you draw 2, it kind of sucks, but then you just wait for the first one to die. You bring back a different 6 Samurai, you normal summon it, special summon the second Grandmaster. And if Grandmaster doesn't leave the field, then you're probably in a winning position anyway. We've got 2 Kageki. I chose to run 2 because less people are running Veilers and I want my Shien to get on the field. And in addition to that, he's level 3, so you can make some good exceeds with that. So now we've got 2 Elder, just for asceticism targets. You want to draw them early. Anything goes wrong, you just normal summon Kageki, special summon that, and make Zen mains or something to sit on. We've got Anishi, really good. He's kind of got like a compulsory effect just by removing 2 6 Samurai. Yeah, I think he makes me win. He makes anybody that plays this card win. That's pretty much what he's good for. Another one of is Spirit of the 6. Boost your card by 500, and then when you run over a monster that he's equipped to because he's a Union monster, you draw 1, so he's how you gain advantage. Hand of the 6 Samurai, I pretty much use this just to blow up any face-down monsters, snowman eaters, fossil dinos, etc. And last for the monsters is Zanji. Anything he battles pretty much dies if I have another 6 Samurai, so that's what he's good for. No effect Veilers in the monster lineup. I just run 16 6 Samurai monsters, and I haven't really missed the Veilers, to be honest. I do run Fiendish Chains, which you'll see later, but beyond that, I'm not really missing the Veilers. I side them, of course. I don't have a side deck ready for you guys, but I'll show you it, or I'll write it in the description, or just tell you what's in it. I would side Snowman Eaters, Agors maybe, I don't know, Macro, pretty much any standard side deck cards, and then Veilers, because I've decided not to main deck them. After that, we'll go into spells. We have the 1 Gateway of the 6 Samurai, obvious. If you draw this and you don't win, then you are not playing the deck right. Let me just say that. We've got 2 Shien's Dojo. Like I said before, this is essentially you normal summon Kageki. You try to get another monster on the field, even if it's Grandmaster, and then this gets 2 counters. You sacrifice that card, you grab a Kagemusha from your deck, you go into Shien. That's pretty much all Dojo's good for. You want this early game, you draw it late game, it's not as good. So I only run 2. Otherwise I guess I would run 3 just to get it sooner. Next we've got triple 6 Samurai United. I just got rare ones, which is kind of like my incentive for doing this deck profile. If you guys have super ones and you're interested in getting rid of them for a reasonable price, contact me, but of course I want a playset, so anyway, this is your draw card, really powerful in my opinion. After that we've got your 2 Shien Smoke Signal and your 1 Reinforcement of the Army, pretty much how you search your deck. Next we've got only 2 Asceticism of the 6 Samurai, and now this may seem weird because everybody I know is ran 3 or run 3, I don't know how you say it. Excuse my English. Anyway, most people I know run 3, I choose 2 just because you really only want it to combo off with Kagemusha and Elder. Anything else than that is a suboptimal play for asceticism. So I just decided why not minimize how often I draw it late game, which is when it sucks. It's kind of like Dojo. You only want to use it to get Shien. Beyond that, if you're not winning the game with it, then it's not really useful. So I decided to cut it to 2. If you guys think that sucks, well, I don't give a shit what you think then. Anybody that thinks it's good, well, welcome to the channel of Zach Millennius. Next we've got Heavy Storm and Monster Reborn, stable cards. And then I also choose to run Dark Hole. I do kind of want to cut that for MST or Mystical Space Typhoon. Maybe a Book of Moon, I don't know. I don't really like Dark Hole. I guess it's good against, First Turn Thunder King, which will become common in this format, so maybe I'll use it for that. Beyond that, I don't really know. I think I'll move Dark Hole to the side deck, though, and put in a Mystical Space Typhoon. Speaking of Mystical Space Typhoon, Heavy Storm and MST, you side out any game that you're going first just because you will hope that you want your combo pieces in your deck, you want to get to them faster. So you could almost side in more combo pieces instead of the MST and Heavy Storm, just so you can get Xian or Beast first turn. Yeah. Alright, so traps, I run a lot because I feel like that's really useful in the 6 Samurai deck. We've got the Solemn Brigade. That's obvious. The warnings are mostly good for stopping Gores, in my opinion. And then anything else after that, you can just use Bottomless Trap Hole on. So we run 2 of those. 2 Fiendish Chain, these are your Veilers. I like these more because they stop big things from attacking you, like Scrap Dragon, Red Eyes Darkness Metals. It's not just like a slow -1 like Veiler is. So yeah, I opt to run the Fiendish Chains. Then we've got one-ofs, Double-Edged Sword technique. It's like a double Call of the Haunted for 6 Samurai monsters, but then they're destroyed during the end phase. It won't matter because you'll either exceed with them, win game with them, or make Xian with them. After that, we've got Magatama, which is kind of like Dark Bribe for 6 Samurai, but your opponent doesn't draw. Well, that's actually negates effects, anything that would destroy. So, really powerful card. You gotta run at least one, in my opinion. Maybe you side the other. Safe Zone, I run just for protecting Xian, because he can negate any MST that comes at Safe Zone or Heavy Storm. So this is like his ultimate protection. After that, we've got Mirror Force and Compulse. I kind of want to cut the Mirror Force for 2D prisons and run 41. Right now I think I'm at 40. That is the main deck though, and now we will do the extra deck. We have Xian, obvious, Maturity Beast, and I want to, just before I go any further, note that this is kind of more of an OCG based extra deck, with the sense that I'm playing a lot less synchros, especially with Brionac being gone. This deck is for the 2012 format, or the September 2012 format, excuse me. So yeah, I choose to run only 6 synchros, and we'll get into that later. We've got Cataster, obvious, just because you make 5 all the time. Barkion, because you still go into Barkion, he's really powerful and he gets trap cards. And Scrap Dragon. Oh, I guess I only run 5 synchros. Yeah, those are the only 5 synchros I run. No Mistworm, just because you have to you use 3 monsters just to make Mistworm, which bounces 3 cards. So not really useful unless you're winning the game. And it's really situational that you'll be there, like in that poor of a position. So I feel like I didn't need Mistworm. What else is normal play? Brionac got banned. Landois has never been good. Black Rose, it's too... I don't know what to say. It's too... You always have too much committed to the field to make Black Rose useful. And even if you are running 2 Grandmaster, I've just never found a need for the Black Rose. So yeah, those are the only 5 synchros I play. The only 3 you use are these 3. And then Scrap Dragon and Cataster are kind of situational cards. So I guess now we'll get into the 10 Exceeds that I play. For rank 3s, we've got Invoker, Leviathan, or Leviair, I'm sorry. Leviathan, Acid Golem, and Zenmains. We run 5 level 3s, I guess, or 5 rank 3s. Invoker is just for counter accumulation. Leviair, when you side macro or use an Ishi's effect, it's really useful. Leviathan's 2500. Acid Golem is bigger than Leviathan, and Zenmains just for stalling out until you get to combo pieces. So those are rank 3s, and then rank 4s we've got Excalibur, Shadow, Blade Armor, the Butterfly Guy, and Geminite Pearl. So we've got 5 synchros, 5 rank 3s, 5 rank 4s. So that's kind of balanced extra deck in my opinion. I didn't even think of that until now. Excalibur, just because he's got a massive dick that he'll just like throw in your face. So he's the newest edition. 4,000 detached 2 materials. Shadow, just for OTKing with Kageki, and then if you draw Gateway, he accumulates it. He lets you get another search with Gateway. Blade Armor for OTKing, Butterfly for getting around Spirit Reapers, and Gem Knight Pearl should be a max growth, but for now he's 2600, so he gets over the opposing Xian, stuff like that. That's the entire deck, I guess. I just kind of made this on a whim because somebody asked me to. I'm not sure if there's more I expected to include. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them below. I'm more than happy to answer. I do consider Six Samurai to be one of the best decks that I play. It's the one that I'm most comfortable with and I feel the most comfortable talking about. So if you have anything you want to know, feel free to ask. I'm sure me or somebody else who is equally knowledgeable about Six Samurai will answer. Sorry, I'm losing words here. Anyway, I think that's all. Rate, comment, subscribe. Do whatever it is that YouTube wants you to do to make me feel better about myself. So, thank you, YouTube. And I will see you later.